Hey, this is Robert again from Merritt Webb, and we're going to discuss a topic today that is extremely important for you as a counselor, as a therapist, as a pastor, whoever you are counseling. This is an extremely important topic for you, and it applies to anybody who sits down across from somebody else to counsel them. Whether you're being paid, whether you're doing this as a volunteer, whether you're doing it as what has been ascribed to you as part of your job, in the case of pastors, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're sitting across from someone counseling them, then you need to take heed to what I'm going to show you today. We're going to go to Documents, you click on that, and then to Confidentiality Forms and Issues. And we're going to go to Creating a Confidentiality Agreement. You see this opens, actually as a PDF. It was created in Word. I wrote this a long time ago, 7 pages long. I suggest you take it, open it, copy it, save it to your hard drive, whatever you want to do with it. We're going to go over some stuff here. The number one reason that counselors, therapists get sued is because of a breach of confidentiality. Now that doesn't mean that you're running around telling everybody's situations. You can get sued for breach of confidentiality because you did something in a cursory manner that shouldn't have been done that way. You see somebody for the first time, you sit down and you say, feel free to talk, to open up here. You got to get some stuff out. You got some problems. Understand that whatever is said in this office doesn't leave this office. Everything here is confidential. Do you understand that? The counselor says, yes, I understand that. You just opened the door for a lawsuit. Wide open. Ready to hit you in the head. Here's a scenario. The guy that is sitting across from you, you find out from giving him the anger diagnostics, he's a rageaholic, alcoholic, rageaholic, unemployed, mad all the time. Been arrested a couple times for domestic violence. You didn't know all this when he sat down. Kind of seemed kind of pleasant to you. You just gave him an absolute blanket confidentiality. And in 3 weeks, he's going to go off in your office. And he's going to threaten to go home and beat his wife. And you, as a counselor, have been around the block a couple times. And you kind of think this guy's serious. Boy, have you got yourself in trouble. If you don't say anything and he goes home and does it, his wife may come back on you. If you decide, that woman's not safe, and you make a phone call to the police meet him at his door, he's going to sue you for breach of confidence because you promised him whatever was said in that office was going to stay in that office, and it didn't, and you're going to lose because you broke confidence that you told the man he had. So, the first thing that you need to do, as fast as you can do it, if you do not have it done already, is create a confidentiality agreement for every counselor. You have them sign this before you do any counseling with them. Before you say, what are you in my office for? They sign this. On page 2, I've highlighted what you need to put in this confidentiality agreement. Confidence has limits. This is an agreement between you and the counselee. The things will be kept confidential as long as they don't disclose something that is of an illegal nature that you must, by law, disclose, like child sexual abuse. person says, you know, I've been abusing my 4-year-old nephew now for 2 years and I just can't seem to stop. That's got to be reported. Confidence just went out the window. I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to hurt somebody else. Confidentiality just went out the window. But those instances must be spelled out in writing, signed by the client. So that when you call the police on this guy and they show up at his door, you can say, you know, we had an agreement. And the agreement specifically said that if I thought you were going to hurt somebody else, confidence was gone. Now you're clear. One final statement, and if you read through this document, it's going to help you tailor-make a confidentiality agreement for yourself. You got to spell out the places in this counseling agreement where you will break confidence, so that when you do it, you're clear. One final thing. If you are in a counseling setting where there's other counselors in the office, 4, 5, 6, I was in an office where there were 12 other counselors, that also has to be spelled out in this agreement. If it's not, you may not discuss any case with any other counselor. In the office setting that I was in, our confidentiality agreement said we work as partners. And all counselors are able to discuss their cases, including names, assessments, and everything else with every other counselor. That's okay because it was spelled out and the person signed it and they knew what was happening. Cover yourself with a confidentiality agreement. This is not an option. If there is a problem and you are brought before the courts, this is the first document they will ask for. There is another one that is similar to it that is also very important, and that is the informed consent, and we'll discuss that one on another short video.